Hey there, StarCraft fans! It's Falcon Paladin coming at ya with yet another edition of StarCraft Brood War Remastered! Today, it's going to be a match between Artosis and Day 9 here on Outsider. Got this off of bwreplays.com. Very excited to cast this replay. I'm not entirely sure if this is actually Day 9, because it's retired Day9.tv podcast, but I kind of feel like that would be something Day 9 would name himself in StarCraft back in 2009, which is where this replay is from. So if you have information about this replay, let me know in the comments, but otherwise, let's go ahead and get right on into it. Here in the bottom right-hand corner, we have the Terran player. He is teal, it is Artosis. And on the left side of the map, it is the green Zerg player, Day 9. I love me some Day 9. He's one of my favorite personalities ever in any capacity, let alone just in StarCraft. I wish he still did StarCraft, but I respect his decision to move on to other stuff, namely card games. Because, I mean, I don't know. They seem to be more popular these days anyway, and like MOBAs and whatnot. So, I mean, I don't know, follow what you're interested in, follow in what the people want you to do. I get it, but one vote from Falcon Paladin to bring you back to StarCraft, my guy. Anyway, Artosis, on the other hand, equally as famous and incredible a StarCraft talent as Day 9 is. Just professional StarCraft player, both these players, professional Brood War players, in their time, both got into casting. Artosis still doing both Brood War and StarCraft 2 casting at a super high level, the highest level known to man right now as far as English is concerned. Actually, that's a good question. Those of you who speak both Korean and English, would you say that Artosis is up there with the Korean casters with game knowledge and hype and everything else? Or is it like, I like them, but they're not nearly the level of the Korean guys, which it doesn't really matter, right? Because if you speak Korean, then by all means, you're going to watch the Korean dudes, and if you only speak English, you're going to watch Artosis. Anyway, that's a pool first play out of Day 9 here. He's going to be aggressive. Yeah, 6 lings in production. Looked like it was about... I wasn't paying attention, you guys, but the timing makes a lot of sense here for it to be an overpool. So barracks on the low ground from Artosis. He's building up another barracks. Ooh, a 2 barracks opening is actually pretty good against this type of thing. The SCV scout does get in here, sees the pool is done, sees there's no gas, sees the lings coming to murder all the things, and it's panic time. Lift the barracks, bring it inside the house, wall off, bring SCVs to block the ramp. This is the only way we survive here. Artosis is responding to this excellently. So very, very well. And here we go. Let the lings arrive. We got an Ursidon up here, hanging out on the high ground for some reason. And the lings are like, you know what? We can't get up that. So, it's fine. We put a little fear of Zerg into Artosis, but let's just make sure that none of our lings die. And especially none of our lings die uselessly, because that is the worst experience of all time. SCV heading down, scouting additional locations in case there's like a ninja expand for Day 9 or something. I don't think that's really an option, but whatevs. Gas being taken by Day 9 here. His expansion is just about complete. Oh, SCV surround and kill. That was nice. That SCV did not have to die that quickly. Should have stayed alive for a bit longer. S-Speed is not anywhere near close to being done or even started right now. So double barracks opening, still worried about these Zerglings. You can't expand right now because you only have 3 Marines. And unupgraded Marines versus unupgraded Zerglings. Zerglings do just fine, thank you. SCV comes up around the outside. Is this the map that has, yeah, this mineral wall? He's worried about stuff coming through here too. So he's just checking. Just checking. It's a back door. You gotta worry about it on this map. Outsider is a weird map, and that is a quick lair out of Day 9, man. Very quick lair out of Day 9. He is not getting metabolic boost, despite the fact that he has the resources for it, which indicates that he's going to be going for lurkers, would be my guess. Please? Is Day 9 asking if he can come up this ramp? Artosis is like, I don't have an answer for you, my guy. Not even close. Sunken up, just in case there is some kind of a big Marine push out, because he doesn't have vision up here. He doesn't know if there are like 14 Marines ready to rock, and maybe some medics in production too, and then suddenly we're in a lot of trouble if you're Day 9, who again seems to be going for lurkers or mutalisks. I want to say Ling Muta is more popular, so in this case, and you want speed if you have Lings, so in this case, it is going to be Aspire. Alright man, so when does your metabolic boost come in? I guess he's just going to go Slowlings and Mutas, which if you're just harassing, fine. If you're not going Zergling Mutalist for like a way of life, which that's not happening here, then the Mutalisk harass is going to be a thing and everything's going to be fine otherwise. Actually forcing Artosis to take a base over here at this mineral-only wall expansion instead of down at his natural. This is really annoying. This is really annoying, but back to the Marine production here. Got an Academy just now finishing up. Can start some Medic production after this round of Marines if you're into that sort of thing. But Artosis, of course, too good to queue up his units. He's not going to want to do that at all. Spire on the way. And again, this is a game played in 2009, which is way before the remastered client came out. So this is something I like to do if this is your first time on the channel, is cast old replays from back when Brood War was Brood War and not StarCraft Remastered, and bring it into the StarCraft Remastered client and kind of get a new, shinier spin onto some of the play from the old legends like Day 9 and Artosis. And it's been a lot of fun. Got some Idra replays out here. Obviously, those are very popular. Mana replays are pretty fantastic too. All the Koreans. We've got Savior, Flash, Jaedong, Bisu, Hero. Who else can we name in here? Who are some other really good Terrans? Light is fantastic. It's just been a lot of fun on the channel, and I hope you're enjoying your time. If you are, hit that like button, because it just gets me more visibility out there for people who are looking for StarCraft, and we can all have a good time just talking to each other about how wonderful this game is. And my comment section is honestly pretty nice, and I think it's a function of huge channels get toxic comment sections, because the bigger you are, like, as these links run on in. Wow, interesting. Alright, well, they're going to go ahead. They got speed at some point. I don't know when it was. I was busy ranting about StarCraft and how great it is. But Zerglings pick off an SCV. They scout on in. They see the SCV count. They're all going to die here. Don't really accomplish much on that final round, but whatever. Turrets in production, because guess who's coming in? The Mutalisks. You don't really have to start the turrets until the Mutalisks are in production themselves. They build very quickly, and we're good to go. Marine count, nice. Actually, no turrets in the main base, surprisingly enough, out of Artosis. I'm kind of really surprised by that. But he's got enough Marines, and I think he can chase this down. And, yeah, there we go. Stim, run, let's go. We're super zippy. The Mutalisks don't really like what they're seeing here. They're all stacked up, but there are so many Marines with Stim and with Medic support. They don't even want to try to play the game where they're hacking away at these Marines. So, third base timing should be about now from Day 9. Is he going to take this one? Or maybe just going up here to this other main spawn location on this 3-player map, which is weird. Marines going down. Mutalisks accomplishing some work here. This is something that Artosis does not want to experience, is Mutalisks accomplishing work. Turrets are a no-go zone for Mutas. So I think this turret is really nice. This not a turret. Man, Mutalisks getting killed in the process, though. We're looking at 8 of them. 8 Mutalisks being extremely annoying. The Marines chasing them away as well as they can. This drone is thinking about expanding. Doesn't have the resources to do so quite yet. Now it does, though. Expansion would be really nice, because we're looking at a 2-basing Artosis, and the longer he's on 2-base and you're on 1, the badder it is. The worse and worse it is. Is that a Hive? Holy cannoli. Day 9's rushing Hive off of 2 bases, ladies and gentlemen. Is it Ultra? Is it an Ultra Rush? I kind of feel like it's got to be. I don't know what else it would be at this point. He doesn't have any upgrades for his Lings, which means that Ultras won't have any upgrades when they pop. I can't see Guardians being an answer here at all, although Guardians rushed when there are no Science Vessels, and there is no Starport. Might not be too bad, actually. Man, the Mutas are trying to delay this push, because there's really not much back home. Additional Sunkens are coming up to try to stay alive. Right now, these are stay alive Sunkens. You have to build them if you're Zerg against Terran. And if you're Terran, try to get in there before the Sunkens start popping, because you can get a lot more done. I'm so curious to see what this Hive is going to be. What you got for us, Day 9? What is your Hive tech that you rushed so quickly to going to be, my guy? Greater Spire! It is a Greater Spire. Who rushes Guardians, honestly, other than Day 9? I have not seen a Guardian rush on the channel. Trying to think of the times I've seen Guardians on the channel. It's like 5 or 6 games, period, out of the hundreds that I've cast here. Very, very strange indeed. Kind of like it, though. Again, as I mentioned, there was no Starport. Starport on the way now. There might actually be Science Vessels. Okay, that was a shellacking of that Marine and Medic group. The Mutas just killed that. I mean, there are 11 of them, so hey, why not? Oh, this is so good. I think Artosis should have a decent idea of what's going on here. If you see this many Mutalisks, it's got to be a bit of a tell you're going to see Guardians, right? Because why else would you make this many Mutalisks? They're not going to have long-term viability. But if he can turn them into Guardians, somehow it's a better use of them, right? So Greater Spire takes forever to upgrade. It's almost done, but it has been running for quite some time. Still, has not taken his natural base. Artosis cannot take it. The Mutaflock is too big and too scary. He has to defend his main. If he moves out here, the Mutas move on in. Oh, into a double missile turret setup. That's not super great at all. Marine making sure there's no third base from the Zerg. He's got to feel good about this, despite the fact that we do, in fact, have Guardians in production right outside your front door. So if you can abuse this high ground to where the Marines can't attack you directly, you're going to have a good time. Wraith in production. Yes. Yes, yes, yes. Artosis knows what's up. He knows what's up right now. I don't think he's technically seen these cocoons, but he is making Wraiths, and that is exactly what you're wanting here versus these Guardians. However, let's let it get started. And again, high ground abuse from day 9. Rocking on it. If you don't want to engage with me, he says, I'll go ahead and I'll take down this third command center in your natural base. I'll kill your SCVs. I'll actually engage out here. These Marines are running. Just kidding. Hang on. The Muta sacrificing their lives with the Marines going down too. And this base is done. So we're 2 base to 2 base, which is still not great for day 9. But he's going Adrenal Glands with no upgrades on his Zerglings as a follow-up right now. Defiler Mound coming in here too. This base is done. Guardian versus Missile Turret. Pretty good fight for Guardian, although they're stupid and drift towards their target a lot sometimes. That Wraith does not have Cloak. This Muta count is a little bit too high. 2, 3 Wraiths. Not bad in this situation. Barracks down. Oh, hang on, hang on. That's a lot of Wraith. That's a lot of Guardian deaths. Again, anything that can hit Guardians is a good answer to Guardians because they're so squishy. Meanwhile, an expansion attempt up north here does get defended by Zerglings. So day 9 is taking a third in the meantime. The Guardians, I think they know they're all dead at this point. They're going to try to kill as many of these Marines as they can. Whittling down that bio count is nice. But the Wraiths are ready to rock. 9 kills on that Guardian before he goes down. Well played. Very effective use of the technology. But guess what the follow-up here is? Some Scourge, some Defilers, a whole ton of Zerglings with Adrenal Glands, and no other upgrades. And suddenly we're in trouble. Wraiths are not very good against Zerglings just because they attack so slowly. If they had upgrades, it'd be better. But man, look at this. Look at this chaos. Day 9. Who is this guy? Who goes Guardian Rush into no upgrade Adrenal Gland Zerglings and tries to ruin his Terran opponent's day like this? Oh my gosh, that was beautiful. So where are we? Let's take stock. 61 to 32 overall supply. Artosis is way ahead. Worker count is significantly ahead here too, 35 to 22. Like, to the point that, did we miss a giant drone attack of some kind, or has Day 9 just been playing on an incredibly economical, low econ play at the moment? Holy smokes. Run out of there. The Scourge are ready to go. The Scourge are ready to go versus your Wraiths. You can outrun them because you're zippy, though. But if you're all gone, then the Zerglings are a lot scarier. Scourge getting hit and killed by Marines. Zergling's still alive with 3 kills to his name. He's toast. But he might get another kill to his name. Oh, the Scourge came in to save his day. The Scourge are protecting the skies, and the Zerglings are getting a lot of work done in this mineral line. It almost comes to the point that maybe you just go in. Marines against the Scourge, really doing exceptionally well. Oh, the SCVs had to save their own lives versus the Zerglings, and because the Zerglings have no upgrades, it's fine. Couple Scourge hits, nothing really major there. Kindness plating on the way. I mean, this is, now we're into Ultras. Day 9 is playing the strangest game of StarCraft I have ever seen, and I'm really, really enjoying it. Guess what's not good against Ultralisks? Wraiths, my boys. Not good at all. Again, no attack upgrades, no armor upgrades. We're just going Kindness Plating and Adrenal Glands. The tier 3 upgrades for Zerg are all we're worrying about today for Day 9. Hilarious. Artosis just has the better economy. Actually, no. 28 to 34 workers. Dang, Day 9 has been growing up a little bit. Got his 3rd gas coming on in right now. We're 14 minutes in, and Artosis doesn't have a second refinery yet. Scourge still trying to get those hits on, but again, it's hard because Wraiths are zippy. This Overlord finally dies. I think he's been there for about 10 minutes now. Does get taken out. Expanding up on this right side. Ooh, there is a refinery here, though. Okay, so finally, Artosis gets his second refinery at the 15-minute mark. He's looking okay, guys. I think Artosis is doing pretty well here economically for himself. The Ultras are out, though, and if it's just Marine Wraith, guess what's pretty good against that? Well, Ultralisks. Ultralisks are, and by that, I mean more than one Ultra, which is what Day9 is rolling with right now. He's going for Anabolic Synthesis, though, so faster Ultra movement is very nice for them as the speed upgrade. Really, closing the distance for Ultras is what really matters for them, because, you know, they're slow. Meanwhile, big old attack coming into the third base of Day9. There are spider mines on the ground. Ultras can't do anything about that. The Wraith count is super high, and I'm not sure how good they are anymore. The third base goes down for Day9, and he has a 2-base in Zerg at 15 minutes. That is bad. Day9 is in a world of hurt, but he's going to try to come back. Try to get some damage in the main base of Artosis, where he's got Lings, where he's got Ultras, where maybe if he waits for Plague, he can Plague these Marines and they're easier to kill, or a Dark Swarm would be pretty good here too. Ooh, Spider-Mine does take down a bunch of those Lings. The Ultra's just going for it, though, thank you. Dark Swarm, get out! Run away from the Dark Swarm! It doesn't matter, everybody's dead anyway. Nice other Dark Swarm, nice consumed. Oh, this Ultralisk is doing tons of work right now. He's got 2 kills already. His buddy's got 2 kills. This base is done. The counterattack here of Wraiths just trying to supply block Day9 into the Stone Age. Does get the supply block off. It's not a huge supply block, but it is significant at this stage of the game. More Lings, more Ultras in production. That is a lift on your command center, my good sir. Wraith, your damage does nothing here. You can't get through the Dark Swarm. Additional Wraiths coming in. And there's a lift on the command center, so that's really good stuff. Spider-Mine. Oh, takes the Ultralisk down to 10 HP, but he does have 4 kills. 8 kills, 3 kills. That one is almost done, and there are enough Wraiths to where they can actually whittle down these Ultras fairly nicely. It is 17 SCVs on the ground for Artosis. This game very well may get an epic tag, just based on what we've seen in the first 17 minutes so far. I am having the time of my life here. Did he actually mine out this entire wall? He sure did. So Artosis in a lot of trouble as Day9 comes roaring in again with more Lings, more Ultras, trying to Dark Swarm it up to a certain extent, but the Defiler got sniped off as the Dark Swarm came down. So that's not ideal at all. Going after these barracks and the Marines that are coming out of them, this is incredibly annoying for Artosis to deal with right now. Academy going to get chomped down. Ooh, they got +1 attack though. +1 melee attack is complete at this moment in time. Ultra's pretty good against buildings. Zerglings run up and they find the third base. I'm not sure if they knew about it beforehand, but they did some good scouting. They took it down. How many shots does it take a Wraith to kill an Ultralisk? It's a lot. This is 11 Wraiths, and it takes them so much time to kill a single Ultralisk with chitinous plating. The Lings are down. 15 SCVs on the ground right now. These Lings in the main base finally get cleaned up after killing several supply depots and an academy. Day9 needs a third, though, right? He's mining out of his main base at this stage. His natural's not super healthy either. But it is 29 to 15 workers, which is okay. That's a dead Ultralisk through that spider minefield. But I think it is now safe to send a drone on up and take that third base. 61 to 62 total supply, which means Artosis' army is bigger. Artosis' army is bigger right now, but again, sitting at home and defending, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter how big your army is if your opponent needs to expand. Day9 taking the safer expansion up this left side for minerals, as he recognizes he does need that. Although having gas would be so much better for him as far as upgrades are concerned, as far as making more Ultras is concerned. He is teching into Hydras, getting range upgrade for them, or rather speed and an attack upgrade for them. Lings and Ultras forcing a liftoff on that natural base command center, which is like his 4th at this stage of the game. Still happily mining up this way. Like a lurker drop would be disgustingly good in this location, but Wraiths, I don't know. Wraiths good against lurkers. Like, it got to the point, these Wraiths are good. Like, there are enough of them that they can accomplish a lot here. The problem is they're horrible against Hydralisks. And that's what we're teching into now. It's a nice tech switch out of Day9. This actually reminds me of a game that I played with my subscribers. Actually here, youtube.com. Just about a week or so ago, somebody went Mass Wraith and it was doing a lot, and then I just went into about 50 Hydralisks and suddenly it was a bad thing. Oh my gosh, the Spider Mines though. Spider Mines getting some damage done. So many Hydras out, so many Ultras out. This base is dead though, there's really no saving it. Can the Hydras deal with this many Wraiths? The answer is kind of. Also, it's dangerous though, so maybe don't try that. Nice medic block on that ramp so the Ultra can't get up there. Ling's running around. Okay, mission accomplished here. They need to find a way to shut down this base, and then I think they have this game won. It is hard to get to unless you're doing drops, though. Here it is, transporting for Overlords on the way. So Ventral Sack's coming in, replanting his third base as well as he can at 71 to 59 overall supply. Artosis is still up. Worker count looking pretty healthy for the Terran player now. He has a certain number of command centers where this is okay. Is that a refinery that is not... Saving that. He's saving it for later is what that one is. This super injured Ultra. I mean, Zerg units do replenish their health over time, but it's so slow and there's so much HP on an Ultralisk, it's basically nothing. Basically nothing. Queens in StarCraft 2 have the ability to restore health, though, using a Transfuse ability. It's really, really nice with Ultras, but nothing here in the Brood Wars. So third base, I guess this is the third base now. Minerals only happening for day 9 on the left side. Do we call this the fourth with the gas? I suppose we do. Yeah, Spores. Oh, Spores trying to save these drones alive. The positioning too good. You need another Spore, man. Maybe in this mineral line. Maybe down here if you can swing it. One Spore doesn't seem ample right now. With again, this is 12. This is at least 12 Wraiths. At least 12 Wraiths. Hydra's getting over here thanks to the drop. Shutting down the mining, at least until the Wraiths come over here and tell you to knock it off, because they certainly are not going to. Guys, though, you could shut this down. Why are you... I guess... I mean, what they're trying to do here is deal with the fourth, but there are enough Hydras present, especially with their +1 attack, that the Wraiths cannot engage. So I guess maybe you come over here and maybe allow your units to keep mining. Be a good idea. Killing Overlords is fine. Oh, the Cloak is done. Oh! Cloaked Wraiths have joined the party at 22 minutes. What is going on? Oh, the fourth base is a graveyard for drones right now. Hydra is still shutting down this base, but... Oh, the Overlords, though. It doesn't really matter, guys. Hydra drop! Going after the command center of a dead base right now. It's just nothing but Hydras for day 9 right now. He's got 12 of them in production at the moment. He's going to lose his fourth, which is problematic. But he kills that command center. He's trying to kill supply depots more by accident than anything else to try to supply block Artosis. He's going to do it, too. He is going to supply block Artosis. These Hydras are done. Just kidding, they're allowed to continue because this is a bigger problem, I guess. There's a lot of Hydralisks here, though, man. I don't think you want to come in here. Artosis decides to go after the Overlords instead. I've been supply blocked. Let's supply block day 9, and he does get the supply block off. But Ling's, Hydras, Ultras, mass spider minefield, though. Have fun clearing that, I suppose. Overlord comes up. Couple Wraiths going down with this. They're not focusing down the Overlord, and as a result, they lose a lot of the Wraiths, man. Remember how it was 12 plus? It's 5 now. It is 5 right now. This might be the beginning of the end for Artosis. Day 9 has expanded up here to a double gas expansion in the top left. It's 60 to 44 supply in favor of Day 9 right now. Hydra's continuing to push up. That is a huge source of income for Artosis. He is backed into a corner, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, Day 9 throws out the almost. Really close this time, though. Is that BM? Is that BM out of Day 9? 51 to 36 supply. The Marine count is all right. They have 1-1 at 24 minutes. That's just how chaotic this game has been. Wraiths, Ultralisks, Hydralisks, Zerglings, so many spider mines. What a great game this has been. So much fun. I mean, nobody's tapped out yet, but I mean, Day 9 has the advantage in every way possible in StarCraft. Worker count up. Total supply up. Actually, army supply for Artosis surprisingly high right now. These Hydras just wander around back with their +1 attack and take down a starport. Don't mind us. We'll just kill your production facilities. Is that alright? Sure, I suppose it is. Wraith's harassing drones up north. Artosis refuses to go home. Hydra's getting melted down here in Artosis' base, though. I mean, this is... I don't know, man. I don't know that coming back here is possible, but it's very much a slow and steady wins the race style play right now. Yeah, I mean, this is Artosis' home. It's his home. It's been his home the whole game. He's mining as much as he can from it. Cloaked Wraiths are dealing with the Scourge that Day 9 is trying to build. Is this part of a larger series? Why did Day 9 say it this time? Why did he say almost this time? There is no series on BW Replays. This is one of the only Day 9 replays I could find that is from post-2007, I think. Replays any older than 07 are super busted, so 2009 is safe. Man, this Wraith control... Oh, never mind. It was great until he lost a Wraith to the guys. Okay, alright, we're dropping up here. Come around here, get these drones. Yeah, get the drones. Dropship out. Scourge owning the skies here right now. Scourge dealing with the Wraith just fine, but Scourge can't do anything about these Vultures. Hydras can, though. So the Vultures are just going to try to take as many drones as they can before they die. Did he just mineral walk a drone through? He just snuck a drone through. It's pretty good. I mean, Artosis is fighting really hard right now with the limited units that he has access to. He's defending as well as he can. Back here, too, it's going to be hard to come up this ramp. Guess what we're making? Lurkers. Yeah, Lurkers coming in at 27 minutes. So, Lurker's going to be pretty good against this bio strategy right now. A bunch more Lings coming across. Do they have any additional upgrades? Nope, just the +1. Marines see the Lurkers, try to take it down. They do get both the Lurkers before they can actually burrow. Hey-oh! Artosis getting some damage done here. Lings are just running into the meat grinder here, which is not what they want to do. A bunch of Lings dropping into the main base. More of a problem here, but again, pulling back to spider mines. Oh, friendly fire on those medics. So the Lings get taken down, but at what cost? The problem is there are so many bases right now for Day 9. So many bases, and this is the one mineral patch that Artosis is allowed to have right now. So I think this game has been over for a while. Artosis fighting to the very last bit. Loses his other command center that he really was saving up for hard. Where did that go? I don't know. Sometimes that happens. I hit E, and that gets rid of that top right-hand side by accident. Additional Lurkers in production. This time they will work, says Day 9. Alright, trying to come up the ramp, trying to break on up with the Lings and the Hydralisk. Spider-Man's getting some stuff done. Marine count very low right now. Artosis does have the ability to make more stuff. He might be trying to save for another command center, if at all possible. Trying to pick off the Spider-Mines from distance. The Hydra's doing a pretty good job of that. Also taking some hits to the face. While we're at it here, this is not a huge number of Hydralisks. They have +2 attack, and they are extremely scary. Yes, Mutas on the way from Day 9, recognizing the Marine count is pretty low. And Mutas aren't bothered by spider mines. 25 to 80 supply. Income, nothing. SCVs getting pulled. Spider-Mine's taking out a couple Zerglings. Not a great trade, I don't think. But here come the Zerglings. Here come the Mutalisks. And the Scourge trying to take down the Science Vessel to get one hit, but not another one. The Muta's getting burned out of the sky by the Marines. The Science Vessel lives with 3 HP. Oh, never mind. He's out. Hydralisk saw him and picked him out of the sky. And this really feels like the super end of days for Artosis. His army is out, and that's it. He's left the game. Day 9 gets the win in 30 minutes and 37 seconds. What a ridiculous, ridiculous game we're looking at here today between these two players. Hit that like button. Hit that like button if you enjoyed it. My gosh, Artosis versus Day 9 and a scrappy back and forth with Mass Wraith and Guardians, who into Ultras. Just very, very strange game, very enjoyable game. I guess Artosis was on the left side here trying to do stuff, but Hydra shut that down too because, wow, are we surprised? No, we are not. So, wow. Again, this game was over about 5 minutes ago, but in the end, Day 9 makes it happen. Average APM 220, 215 here for Artosis. Units killed, 314 Zerg units. Structures raised here by Artosis is 5 to 39 killed by Day 9. That is so many dead buildings. 39 in a 30-minute game is a lot. And then resources just across the board killing it for Day 9. It took him a while to get his third base up, but he managed to get there, and then that died. He replaced it, lost it again, but just at the end of the game had so many bases it didn't matter. So nicely done. Nicely done by Day 9 gets the win. Again, I want to know what this is from, but figuring it out doesn't seem very easy. So, all right. Well, that's going to be it from me today. This has been Falcon Paladin coming at ya with yet another edition of StarCraft Brood War Remastered. Go ahead, hit that like button. Hit that subscribe if you like what you saw and what you heard today. You can also catch me on Twitter, Facebook, Patreon, and Twitch. All at /Falcon Paladin. And until next time, as always, thank you so much for watching, and you take care of yourself.